Welcome back to the channel. Today, or not today, a couple days ago, the PWI 250 list came out for the women. For those that don't know, PWI Pro Wrestling Illustrated puts out a yearly list, all in kayfabe, of the top wrestlers. We did the 500 men's one, like, I don't know, a month ago or whatever. That video was on the channel. But to catch people up to speed, these dates are from October 1st, 2023 to September 30th, 2024 for the PWI Women's 250. So that's kind of, the time frame we're working with where the judging takes place. Today we're going to go over the top 15, kind of chat about it, look back at their year, and see why they were at the spot that they are on the list. You get it. Before we get started, please subscribe, hit the like, turn on the bell for notifications, leave your comments what you think of the list. And also, I'm not going to sit here and act like I know every single Stardom or TNA person that gets mentioned, but the point of this is that I can get exposed to some new names I might not be as hip on, or some names that I've heard of that haven't really dove into their, sort of work. So it's kind of a learning case for everyone, and we can all take some stuff away from it. But without further ado, we're going to start with the top 15. These first two are 15 and 14. I don't really recognize, but 15 is Masha Slam. Oh, I know this person. Masha Slamovic, Masha. I guess I should say I've just heard of this person. I don't really know this person, but Slamovic, coming from TNA. This is going to be one where, leave some matches for me to check out. Looks like they were involved in a dog collar match. That's sick. They won the Impact Knockouts World Tag Team Championships. That's cool. And yeah, all right, looks like a solid year. We'll move on. Next one coming in at 14 is I'm gonna pronounce this wrong. I apologize in advance. Mayu Iwatani. They are coming from Stardom. Again, another person that I'm excited to check out. I really want to start getting more into Stardom. I think this is gonna be part of this channel's journey. Maybe really diving into Stardom. Again, don't know too much about this person. Please leave some matches. But this says on April 8th, 2023, after the IWGP Women's Champion Mercedes Moné retained against blah 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 blah. Iwatani challenged Moné for the title at Stardom All-Star Grand Queendom. Moné accept, blah, blah, blah. Did she win? Did Iwatani win? On August 3rd, during Stardom Osaka Summer Team, Iwatani had her first successful title defense against Utame Hawashishida. And then also in 2020, put out a memoir, which doesn't have anything to do with this list. Cool. Another person to check out. All right, we're getting into some names I know. I think for the rest, I think it's maybe one or two more names that I don't know, but 13, Io Sky, my GOAT. Well deserved. I understand why they're kind of lower at 13. They did lose the title at WrestleMania against Bayley, and obviously this is in kayfabe, so these wins and losses and these big wins and losses will really affect where you are. But prior to April at WrestleMania 40, I think had a great run. I'm excited for her to maybe get back into the title picture or stay in the tag title picture. I don't know. As long as she's featured, I'm happy. But shout out Io, 13. That's sick. All right, next, number 12 is Liv Morgan. Honestly surprised Liv isn't a little bit higher, but I think had a great year. Returned at the Rumble after a 6-month hiatus. Was she injured? Is that what it was? Didn't win the Rumble. Got the runner-up, and then this does just touch her Liv Revenge Tour title reign. On August 3rd at SummerSlam, she defeated Rhea Ripley, and again, as a reminder, this list ends, or the judging period ends, September 30th, 2024, so she just snuck in there. Maybe that's why she's a little lower. Maybe I think that's why she should be high, because I'm right now in the present in the title reign. But with that said, she's had the title since August. I think she's going to have the title for a little more, so I think we'll honestly see her up in the ranks. I could see her in top 5 next year. I mean, obviously, there's a lot of time to cover. If her run kind of stops here and we don't see her, maybe won't be as high. But I'm seeing big things for Liv. But 13, what did I say? 13 solid. No, 12. 11, Roxanne Perez, NXT champion. Yeah, I mean, this, maybe another one I'm surprised isn't higher, but she's been the NXT champion for a while. So I'm not going to look up everything. We're in a flow state here, but been running NXT. She's been the premier women's champion, or premier woman in general in NXT, really carrying that division. She'll let you know. 11's cool. It's cool to see Roxanne get the credit she deserves. 10, Athena over at ROH. She's been the ROH champion for a minute. Now, here's my take. All these other champions from ROH are featured on Dynamite and other AEW programming. Where's Athena? You got a top 10 PWI superstar. I probably shouldn't say superstar. They're in ROH and signed under All Elite wrestler. But you have Athena. She's an attraction. I don't know why she's not featured more on TV that people are going to watch more or just as much as like other people. I don't know. You get what I'm saying. Regardless, though, we'll look at the positives here. ROH, been the ROH champion for a minute, had some great matches. I think has been featured on like AEW pay-per-views, so like I'll give them that. But I want to see more Athena. And I don't really want to watch ROH. Number 9, Mariah May. Again, I think we'll see her way higher come next year, but she had a great year. It was definitely a better or a more recognizable, maybe like latter half of the year or this time frame with the feud with Toni Storm that I think really just projected her career, you know? And again, that kind of happened or culminated kind of towards the end of this time frame. So I think that's why she's down at 9. But again, current AEW champion. I don't see her losing anytime soon. So I think we're going to see her in that top 5 next year. Number 8 is Willow Nightingale from AEW. I love this placement. Willow has been working her ass off, dude. Willow really has. She's had a great year. She's had great matches. The feud with Statlander, I think, has been really fun. Willow, well deserved. Hell yeah. Coming in at number 7 is Bayley. Also love this. I think the big win against Io, taking the title from Io, was a big part of it. And that title run after. People don't love that title run necessarily or think it might have been lackluster. I don't fully agree. I don't fully disagree. I think it could have been better, but I don't think it was nearly as bad as, people are claiming. And Bayley's Bayley. She's the workhorse. Maybe I'll hot take here. I think she's the workhorse of the 4 horsewomen. The 4 horse work woman. She's the work woman. She's the horse work woman. She's the one horse work woman. Regardless, I mean, this is all, again, in kayfabe and people weren't around. We haven't seen Charlotte in a minute. Becky's been gone. Mercedes. Is Mercedes on here? Mercedes. I guess she's kind of had her stints kind of out of bounds of the time frame. She kind of had her stint, but she is not in the top 20. But anyway, Bayley, only original 4 horsewomen on this. And I think she's really proven that, like, one of the best horsewomen of the 4. I think the thing with Bayley, this is kind of going on a tangent, but the thing with Bayley, she was the last one to get called up. Of the 4, I think she was always looked at as like, I don't want to say in last place, but like it goes with getting called up last. And I think it took her longer to get put up on that same pedestal as like Charlotte, Sasha, Becky. But look at her now. I think you got to put some respect on Bayley's ranking in the 4 horsewoman conversation. I'm just saying. All right, we'll move on from that. Number 6, a name I am not familiar with, but I tweeted about this or something, or I made my predictions about who was going to be number 1 on this list. And a lot of people were saying this name, Saree, Sareee, Stardom and Marigold. Again, someone I'm not familiar with, but I am very interested in considering all the hype and the praise I've been seeing for this person. All right, looks like March 2024, she had a match for the IWGP Women's Championship at All-Star Grand Queendom. She did not win that match, but I imagine that being a banger might have helped her. Oh, she challenged Mayu Iwatani, a name that we talked about at the beginning of this video. Looks like she had a big tag match at Dreamstar fighting Marigold, or their debut event, Marigold Field Forever, I should say. Oh, okay, she defeated Julia. There was some injury stuff, but she defeated Julia to become the inaugural Marigold World Champion. That's cool. Oh, she's the inaugural champion and she's the current champion. She won that July 13th, so she's had it ever since. Makes sense why she's up there. What number is she again? 6. Makes a lot of sense. That's really cool. Someone I'm definitely going to check out. Again, leave some matches. I mean, I'll probably have to check out that Julia match if people are recommending it. All right, we're in the top 5. A name that I have, over the past year, have recently become more familiar with is Stephanie Vaker. I guess I'm not as familiar with it because I never know how to pronounce her last name. Vakor? I'm not sure. CMLL, New Japan Pro Wrestling, and AEW. And, well, I guess this is, again, outside the time frame, but newly signed to NXT. Someone who I think, if we see a trajectory here with all the hype, I think we're going to see, I guess, stay in this top 5, maybe climb it. I think we're going to see a Julia as well. Julia's not in this top 20, but with the way Julia's being presented, and I think the trajectory of both these women, I think they're going to be names to stay on this list. But I'm gonna miss some stuff kind of before 2024, but pretty solid trajectory though in 2024, that later half when the time frame is. First of all, she defeated Julia to become the Strong Women's Champion, which if it's the match I'm thinking of, is this the same match that Julia, like she was already signed to WWE, so she kind of phoned it in. There's like kind of a infamous match about like these two and they fought for the title and Julia kind of phoned it in. It ended up being a lackluster, really short match. I watched them, I rewatched or went back back to watch, I should say, a match with them. Is that what this referring to? I'm not sure. Regardless, though, on paper, won the Strong Women's Championship. That's all that matters. She went on to defend it against Alex Windsor, and then at Forbidden Door on June 30th, she did lose it to Mercedes Moné after a 112-day reign. I'm very excited to see what she has in store for us in NXT. All right, number 4, coming from Stardom, Micah, a name I'm not familiar with. However, I am pretty stoked to get a bunch of these Stardom names kind of in my back pocket now. I'm not going to go over it too much, also because I just want to, get to the top 3, no disrespect. But again, I'm not going to, do you want me to read a Wikipedia page for you of someone I don't really know? Probably not. I feel like that's not the move. But leave some matches for Micah down below. I'd really appreciate it. But shout out you, that's very cool. Top 3, here we are. Number 3, I thought someone who had a really strong chance at repeating. This person was number 1 in 2023. I thought they could get it again this year. Rhea Ripley. I mean, what can we say? Unbelievable year. I would say it's tough to even call it a breakout year where I feel like she's been like running for like a minute, but I would say probably her best year to date. Judgment Day stuff, breaking off, women's champion, you get it. Shout out Rhea. Really, really cool to see top 3. That's awesome. Number 2 from TNA, Jordynne Grace, the TNA women's champion. Unconfirmed if she's still the women's champion. I forget. I'm done looking at Wikipedia. I'm done. Showed up in WWE at the Royal Rumble. Not that I'm sure that's just like a blip in like her crazy title run. I know she's been running over at TNA. I have seen some matches. I know how talented she is. Not as familiar as some WWE and AEW people, but proves why she's number 2 because I know the name and she's been making such a big wave in the industry that like I would have to actively try to ignore the name of Jordynne Grace. You know what I mean? Number 1, we're here. This is so well deserved. I'm so happy to see this name at the number 1 spot. It is from AEW. Timeless Toni Storm has had a great, one of the greatest, maybe the greatest AEW Women's Championship run in history, along with the Tribal Chief character. I think has had one of, if not the best character in wrestling for the past year. The Tribal Chief is great, and I think is an iconic character, but like the Timeless character is just something else. It's an ode to, not even just because the character is an ode to like old Hollywood film era, but it's also an ode to like 80s and 90s wrestling where these characters are like larger than life and they're, I don't know, you don't see a character like Timeless Toni Storm that much in wrestling today as you used to in like the 80s or 90s, where they really capture a persona and capture a time and capture like a theme, and that's like a huge part of their personality. And Toni Storm brought that back and got it so over, and it was so entertaining, concluding with what I think is one of the best feuds of the past year with Mariah May. Obviously this is kayfabe, so like she did end up losing it. I'm not going to double check the times, but her passing it off to Mariah May and building up Mariah May probably doesn't add in to much of this kayfabe reasoning, but man, she made Mariah May a star. Credit to Mariah May, she's on this list, by her own doing, but like that feud with Toni Storm, like I think really helped establish Mariah May and cemented Toni Storm's title run as like a top, if not the top AEW Women's Championship run in company history. And that's the list. Again, I think it's really solid. I'm excited that I got a bunch of names to check out and a lot of people that, have to and want to start paying more attention to. And that's it. That's the video. I hope everyone has a good day. Hope everyone has a good weekend. And that's it. Please subscribe. Please follow. Please everything. Bye. 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 Bye.